Horse. I feel there's still no initiative taken by this person, no action taken by this person, no matter how badly they want this new start with you. Ace of Wands in reverse. Yeah, this person here knows that there was a lack of commitment, okay? There was a lack of stability and security in the connection. Something did reach the point of commitment is what I'm getting out here. This person out here is too isolated. You know, there's this phase where they are like completely isolating themselves. But you know, instead of isolating, I feel this person out here is, focusing on themselves or focusing on other people, okay? Instead of coming towards you. That's what I'm getting. I feel this person out here is trying to distract themselves with other people out here, which is why there is a lack of a new start out here. Yeah, I see the celebratory energy. Even if they want to celebrate with you, even if they want this reunion with you, they're still not doing anything about it because that's paranoia. Okay, they're too paranoid. There's too much fear around this connection. Alright, and they don't know what to do. They're not going within and trying finding answers. So instead of healing from the breakup and separation, instead of healing from what went wrong between you guys, because the chapter has ended, instead of healing, they're trying to look for answers outside. You know, so how they're trying to distract themselves. Honestly, they're trying to distract themselves. In the past, we had the Six of Swords in reverse. So there was someone out here who tried to disconnect and tried to come back around, giving you hope and faith that things will work out. What's the Six of Swords in reverse? Yeah. This person here tried to come back around out here, okay, and maybe you gave them a chance, okay, and this person out here was trying to avoid a disaster. They were trying to resist change, so they weren't doing the right thing. They were very fearful of rejection. This person out here wanted to come out of the cold, okay. They were feeling very lonely without you, and they probably gave you a lot of hope and faith that things will work out this time around. So there was this faith, hope. Okay, someone made you a lot of promises. Okay, they promised you the moon and stars out here, and because they didn't want to change, right? And they couldn't let you go, they couldn't move on. So they gave you all these hopes, is what I'm getting out here, and only because they didn't want to do the right thing. Okay, they did. But this person who was with you in the past, who came back around, I feel they did that only because they were very lonely. They couldn't let you go. You were their emotional support, is what I'm getting for a lot of you. Right now, I feel there is a connection that you have released, okay, which has become super unbearable. 10 of Wands in reverse, and you're holding back. 10 of Wands in reverse. And you're doing this because either there is no communication and someone you're dealing with is holding back. You're dealing with someone out here who could be telling you things, but they conceal a lot more than they say. Okay, so very secretive. I wouldn't say sneaky, someone very secretive out here. So you're always guessing. Like, where are we? What are we? Where is this heading? But they wouldn't tell you the full story. Okay? And that was becoming too overwhelming for you. What's the 10 of Wands in reverse? Yeah, it wasn't a balanced connection, and you threw in the towel because you eventually saw the reality for what it is. Okay, you eventually saw the reality. All this while, I feel you were closing your eyes to the situation, not making a decision, and just assuming that the situation will change on its own. But after a while, it became too much, and you realized that, you know what, this person is probably holding back on purpose. They're taking advantage of my generosity, taking advantage of my love, my kindness. Okay, you were bending over backwards for this person, being so accommodative, but this person did nothing. Okay, they did nothing, which is why you chose to close the chapter with them. Okay, you've completely withdrawn your energies. Now you're being very bossy, honestly. You're being very bossy. You don't have confidence in this person out here, alright, and you're just no more putting in the effort. You're no longer taking the lead role in this relationship. You know, you've just withdrawn your energies out here. But you've thrown in the towel, alright? It's like enough is enough. Screw it. Try for the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, very in and out person, you know, very, that's like that player kind of energy. Someone out here who was very in and out, you know, they thought this relationship was very easy come, easy go. They didn't even want to take a risk with you, you know, someone very foolish is what I'm getting, someone who kept you as an option, or they always kept you very confused, okay, this is all what made you, this is what you felt when they were holding back. Or this is why they were holding back. But they were very in and out, okay? Very unreliable, very inconsistent. You know, when they felt like being passionate about you, they would rush in, they would get what they want, and they would leave. Okay, so no one very serious about it. And they were holding back. and they kept you as an option, or at least they created a situation where you felt like an option, or you didn't really know where you were, where you stood in their life, okay? And they weren't even ready to take a leap of faith with you, okay? So they were always closed off, which is why you closed the chapter over them. You slammed the door on their face. Why is the world here? And I think you gave in your all, guys. You gave in your all. You went on to the point of exhaustion where you gave, and then when you couldn't take it no more, you just chose to shut it off. What's the world? Fluff at the world. I feel you're changing your mind. You no longer want this person. You're moving towards something better in life, alright? You're healing. There's a lot of healing coming from your side, okay? A lot of healing. You're trying to heal from this situation, heal from this toxicity, exercising self-control, alright? And a lot of you are focused on self-love. Yeah. So what I'm getting out here is that you're moving forward, guys. Okay. There is a change of mind that you've made. There's a change in your feelings, and you're moving towards something positive. There's a lot of healing that's done. I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself. I had a call, so I don't have to. Whatever. So yeah, you're choosing new love. For a lot of you, there's a new relationship that is on your mind. For the others of you, you're choosing to love yourself first. Okay, which is very beautiful. Now, in the future, what? The Queen of Wands in reverse here, I feel in your subconscious mind, like I already said, you're not even taking action. Why is the Queen of Wands in reverse? Yeah, there's no stability, there's no commitment, and now you have withdrawn emotionally. Guys, you become so emotionally unavailable to this person out here, it's not even funny. Become bitter, you know, guys. You become very bitter. You realize that you gave from your cup, you gave from your well until you were completely exhausted, like I said. You were trying to pour out of an empty well, and this person took with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. They never valued you. And now you've completely withdrawn yourself, and you don't really give a shit with this person anymore. You may still have some feelings for this person out here, but you're just not interested in showing it to them, and I'm just saying, right, you've shut off, you've shut the cup of love, and you're focusing all that love towards yourself. You're going inwards, okay? Like I said, there was no stability. This person out here had no control over the situation. This person did not offer you structure. They did not offer you, they were not being the provider that they should have. They would not offer you the commitment that you deserve. And there was a lack of new start here, okay? Things just didn't get off ground, which is why you're like, I'm done putting in the work, bro. I'm done doing that. Now let's see, in the future here we have the Eight of Pentacles. What's that? One more card, Eight of Pentacles. One more card, Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. So I feel for a lot of you, you guys are going to be very, very focused on yourself. Building yourself, your career, your goals, etc. Here, I feel a lot of you are going to be very focused on your money, your financial independence, yourself, trying to balance out the home life and work life. Just, it's going to be all about yourself, okay? It's going to be all about you. You do have a decision to make in the future, okay, about what you want to do. But I feel a lot of you are going to a lot of you are going to choose to pick a new direction, a brand new direction. And that direction is going to be stepping out of your comfort zone, because there's a situation that is just not moving forward, okay? Something's just still stuck and stagnant. For a lot of you, distance could be a problem between you and your person, okay? And this person needs to travel towards you, and they're not doing that. For the others of you, you just feel it's just this person's lacking the willingness, they're lacking the strength to move forward out here, and you're just choosing to take another road, okay? You're just choosing to take the road which is tough, but it's a new direction, it's a brand new road, and with the Wheel of Fortune out here, it's an opportunity which is very much a part of your destiny, okay? And that's what you're following. But like I said, there is a lack of new start here, okay? Because this person out here is trying to stay distracted. So they're trying to distract themselves. I think this person out here is very, very fearful of rejection. They feel very isolated. They don't feel included in your life out here, okay? But this could be someone who's very antisocial also. But I do feel this is someone out here who's just trying, their best to distract themselves, okay? There's this unwillingness to stay in a connection. Even though they want a reunion with you, they're still not doing anything. And I'm just getting a lot of, they're not sharing their feelings with anyone also. It's a very reclusive life that they're living, okay? Which is why you're just like at a crossroads in the future, like, hey, you know what? Maybe I just don't need to wait for this person. If this person's meant to be, they'll come back around here.